Good evening, good evening. I know I look pretty beautiful in my natural, on natural. um, I decided to make a video and show you guys where we love to be. This is my most favorite place in the world. It's always happening. It's Cinnabon's favorite place. She absolutely loves swimming in the lake. It's just so peaceful and tranquil. This is what it is. I'm really happy to be healing. I feel something stirring up though. I feel something stirring in my soul. And it's a good thing. It's a positive thing. I feel like if I could describe it, I feel like it's like a ball of energy just growing. It just came upon me today when I woke up. I just had a lot of energy, but I have been getting a lot of sleep as well. So I had a lot of energy. My blood pressure has come down so well. At some points when I was working, it was like 170 over 100, and that's pretty bad. That's pretty high. And as I've been coming to the water, into nature, mostly every day for at least 2 hours, my blood pressure is 100 over 60, which is a very, very great blood pressure. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's better than perfect. I don't believe in taking medications. I don't believe in using pharmaceuticals when I know what the right thing is to do is to remove the stress, remove the stressors completely. And it's just interesting to me how we as humans can have these desires, and we want the house, we want the car, we want the life, and then we have all of it and all of the stress it can cause. What's up with that car? Look at over there at the ramp, somebody on the dock with their hood up. Anyway, so yeah, you go to college, you learn a trade, you get a skill, you grow in that skill or profession, and then you make enough money to buy a house, buy the car, live life, have the clothes, have the jewelry, have the shoes, and all the possessions you desire. And then transitions in life come, and you identify, hey, things are getting crazy. And you identify the house. Even though my house was brand new, after 10 years, it's still a lot of things that you have to do to keep the maintenance and upkeep of a home. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And that could be, it can require more money than you have, especially if you have the home as a single person. I'm not saying it's bad to have a house as a single person, because I loved being in my house by myself with the fireplace going. I was able to breed my dogs for 10 years. So it's a lot of things that you could do as a single person that may be frowned upon if you're in a relationship. So I did everything that I knew that I wanted to do as a single person. A lot of solo travel across the country, and enjoyed every minute of it. Bred my dogs, solo traveled, had my home to myself. And, as a professional, I would take 3 months off every year, but I would save for it. And because you need the rest. In certain professions, you have to take the rest. You have to cover yourself and rest. And to this day, I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. I'm glad I was able to see the signs of my health changing as I was striving and trying to do all of the things. Now I don't have all of the things. Everything that I have is paid for. I don't have any debt. I don't have any responsibilities. And today I woke up with a ball of energy in my soul. I know something is coming. I'm so excited about it. I did a few things that I haven't done in a while. I considered updating my resume, which there's so many things that I can do, but there's so many things that I don't want to do. Even though I can do them, that don't mean I want to do them. So I want to maintain the lifestyle that I have. I want to curate this lifestyle of relaxation, of quiet, of peace, of serenity, of tranquility. I'm enjoying it. I don't know what I want to call it. Recharging, because I know that life has a lot for me. So much for me that I can't imagine. Even though I do the visualization and I do the journaling and things like that, I just don't know the how, when, or what. But I know that life has a lot to offer for me, and I am so ready for it. I think I'm going to turn this into like a glow up series when things start to turn. But what I have learned, when the law of motion happens, which is when the tide goes in, it comes out. Ooh, that's a pretty boat. Oh man, I love watching the boats come in. I wish I knew how to flip this camera out. This boat, it has a bottom to it. We can hang out in the bottom of the boat. Oh wow, that is so cool. So anyway, when the tide goes out, it has to come in. So when the tide goes out is when the water pull away, when the tide pull away. Well, in the season of the tide pulling away, I didn't resist it. It's best not to resist it. Well, maybe a little bit I did, because I didn't understand what was going on. But from what I understood is that, when this happens, you try to do what you can and leave what you can't. So that's what I did. I did what I could, and I left what I couldn't do and just let it fall. Let it go, let it fall. And let the tide do what it's going to do, because you might as well. Try to imagine controlling water going out and in the middle of the ocean. Like, you're going to hold that? How are you going to hold it? No. Let it go as far as it want to go, and then without resistance, it's going to come back. And when it comes back, it's going to be bigger and powerful and more impactful than it was before when it came in. So I think out of ignorance, even though I saved a lot of money for any emergencies at the time, I think a part of the ignorance is that sometimes it takes more than $50,000 savings or $100,000 in savings, because you just never know what the emergency may be, or sometimes you just never can save enough for whatever the emergency may possibly be. You just can never save. I don't know if you'll hear that. You hear me at all? They're getting water out of their jet ski. That's what it's called. Yeah, jet ski. Kawasaki jet ski. But yeah, you just never know how it's gonna happen. And honestly, what is meant for you will be for you. What God has for you will always be for you. Nothing can be taken away. And there are seasons in life. There are seasons where you go up and there's seasons where you come down. And I'm glad I did. I mean, I get to enjoy so much of nature. I'm naturally a person that enjoys all kinds of nature. So for me to have an opportunity to enjoy nature and my dog and just hang out and just have a good time, it's just, man, this is the peace you cannot buy. And whatever this ball of energy is that's stirring inside of me, I'm going to make sure it doesn't have anything to do with striving. I'm going to make sure it doesn't have anything to do with getting motivated to do something that will cause me to strive. Yes, I can make six figures, and I probably will again make six figures when I get back started. Probably more than that, but I'm gonna be very careful as to what I get into that will require from me. I don't want anything to require my life energy, my life source energy ever again. Everything's paid for now. I'm wanting everything to be paid for in the future, or at least have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings, and to cover whatever the lifestyle is. So I'm excited about it. I'm very, very, very excited. And I don't know how it's going to start. I just feel a whole new dimension has opened up to me. And I have to laugh because I got a ton of phone calls for jobs that I didn't request. And it's like, okay, all these people calling me today. I got this big ball of energy in me. I'm feeling really good. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with what comes. So they call and, say, hey, would you like to do this or that? And I'm like, I'm considering it. I was like, okay, well, if I take a contract position, it's not a permanent position, a 13-week contract or something to that sort. I can work 13 weeks and be off 13 weeks. I can work 3 months and be off 3 months because I don't have any responsibilities. I don't have, any overhead. So I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds like a possibility. So I sent my information. I gave them the information they had asked me for to submit me to a couple of places to go. Arizona, 2 places in Arizona, and what was the other place? Some place that's not too far away. It didn't matter. I was like, wherever, send me wherever, I don't care. I can't remember where the other place was. Well, anyway, before the end of the day, the people that submitted me to Arizona, 2 places in Arizona, was like, no, that didn't work out. They immediately said no, they don't want me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because it's more than me being submitted. It's several people being submitted for positions to take these assignments. So I'm like, okay. And instead of me getting upset or feeling any kind of way, I just laughed to myself. I'm not even looking for you all anyway. You all are looking for me, okay? And that's the way it should be. And I'm like, that's fine. I just laughed to myself like, the enemy will not, there's no weapon formed against me will prosper. Not at all. Nothing will take this feeling that I'm having in this stage. It's just positivity, love, joy, peace, serenity, and just enjoying life. There's nothing that can take that away from me. It's kind of interesting though, because I'm a person that has always taken care of myself. Always had my hair done and makeup and all the nice clothes and the nice shoes, and my home was just so beautiful. And I've done that before. It's not something that I've never done before. My first house first apartment when I was 19 was decked out, had custom made furniture. I had custom made draperies or window treatments. I had everything brand new. And when I was 16, I started working towards it. I started saving money. I went to J.C. Penney's. I got a credit card when I went to college at 19, and it gave me a college credit card for J.C. Penney's. I bought a dining room set. I bought a living room set. And along the way, I bought everything that I needed for my kitchen and bathrooms. And that was at 16 I started, actually at 16 when I was working at Sally's, I was putting money away for the bedroom set. So I got the bedroom set first, and then I took the credit card, and no, that wasn't at 16. Well, at 16 I started putting things away, slowly, like kitchen stuff, the small things that I can afford at that age, because I really wanted to move out of the state at 16. I really wanted to move out of Ohio. All I can remember is just, I gotta get out of this cold. I will never come back to this cold. How can I get out of this cold? But so 16, I started to do things like the things for the kitchen and the bathroom, little things. Everything had animals. The kitchen had ducks with really nice plates. I worked at Best, and I bought some really nice grade stoneware plates, microwave oven, and dishwasher safe. They had little ducks on it, so the kitchen had ducks. The bathroom had swans. I had it was pink, and it had pink swans, and it was just decorated. And, it was pink and green. It was pink and mint. The bathroom was pink and mint, so it had swans in it. The dining room. What did I have in the dining room? Actually, I had a chandelier in my dining, a chandelier, because I also worked at Sears. So I bought a chandelier in my apartment, my one-bedroom apartment. I mean, you name it, that apartment was decked out. 19 years old, and had chandelier, had a glass dining table with 4 upholstered chairs, upholstered love seat, upholstered couch. I had the cream colored wooden coffee table, and then 2 end tables to match. I had 2 55-gallon fish tanks, which were gorgeous, and I always kept them up real nice. Excuse me, I've always had fish tanks. So because of the fish tanks in the living room, I had 2 wooden fish on the coffee table or cocktail table. Man, you're talking about beautiful. My bedroom had what did it have? It had it was like a flower garden type decoration. I had flower bedding and flowered drapery in there, and so that was my first time. And then that furniture came with me as I went to college. It continued. I was always in college. It took me a while because I'm a first generation scholar, which nobody in my family ever went to college, and we didn't know how to do it, so I had to figure it out for myself. So I took that furniture from my first apartment to a house that I rented, and I was just like, I'm locked in. I'm not going to do anything but go to school until I finish going to school. I'm not going to do anything. At that time, I had my son, and my education was my priority, because how am I going to make a good life for my son if I don't have an education, right? So I was like, if I don't do anything else for my child to have a better chance than I did in life, I'm going to show him how to get through college. I'm going to show him how to go to college, how to get through it, and what it takes. I'm going to just roll up my sleeve and get it done. So it took me a long time, and after I finished school, I had been begging God, please tell me where I'm going to move. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Where am I going to go? And just like the energy that I had today, that big ball of energy, that surge of energy, is what I had when God told me, all right, you can go. You're good to go now. I'm like, it was just like a dimension opened up. And I was like, are you sure, God? Are you saying that I, I'm okay to go now? I didn't feel any resistance. In fact, I felt this ball of energy that I have now. Like, go, 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 go. It's just saying go. And I'm like, go where, go where? So I was like, okay, well, I decided on Texas. And I was like, well, God, if I looked up some, at that time we just had the Garmin GPS. We didn't have all these ways to find your ways around the country and around the world. So I was like, well, we got to figure out how to get there. I had maps. I think you had to go to like the library and print maps and stuff like that in order to get places. And I was like, okay, Lord. I went and I found some apartments online. And I was like, oh my gosh, Preston on the Lake apartments. And they showed this water. Once again, it's just a draw for me. I just realized I just made that connection right now. So it's Preston on the Lake. They had a lake outside the apartments, and the brochure was really nice. They had a lot of amenities, and I was like, I was nervous to pick up the phone. I picked up the phone, and I was like, hey, I'm moving from Ohio. I didn't even have a job yet, and they let me move here without a job. I just realized that. I did not even have a job. So I told them, hey, you know, I want to move here. They was like, sure, come on, sure. And I was like, this is scary. So I did what I needed to do, sent them their money, and put the deposit and put the first month rent, and got in the car. The job that I was working at that time, they had gave me a $2,000 bonus. And I was like, okay, I'll take this bonus. And I put my 2 weeks notice in. And people were like, are you really leaving out of the state? Are you really going? Yeah, I'm going. So I took that money and held on to it because I paid the rent and the deposit. We got in our little Toyota Corolla, which that was a blessing. I didn't even have a car before God said, open that door. I was like, how? Met a family and it was like, oh, we own a Toyota and a Lexus. We own a Toyota and a Lexus car lot. Go to my brother. He'll hook you up. Get anything you want. I was like, first the excuse was I didn't have a reliable car to get around Texas. I didn't have a reliable car. I didn't have a car. And this family kept saying, well, their loved one was dying. And every time I came around it was like, well, what are we going to do with the business? What are we going to do with the business? And I'm like, they keep saying this every time I come around. What are we going to do with the business? So it's like, man, I asked, what kind of business is it? Oh, we own 3 car lots. We own a buy here, pay here lot downtown. We own a Lexus and Toyota dealership. And I was like, interesting. Because I am in need of a car. Oh no, you go to my brother. He'll take care of you. Went to that brother. My brother was like, which one you want? I was like, is this really happening? And I was like, well, I'm gonna get the Toyota Corolla because I was like, I don't want to get anything that I don't want to get a Lexus. I just need something that's reliable, and a Toyota is reliable. So we drove off the lot in a Toyota Corolla and drove right on to Texas. It was very reliable, but you hit a bump and you feel it all over your body. And I was like, whoa. It worked for what it was, and I'm very grateful. God will put the puzzle pieces together on his own. He'll put the puzzle pieces together on his own. He put that car there. I made that call. And before I knew it, I was in Texas in an apartment. Paid up, no job, just trying to figure out how to, I had to use the Dallas Morning newspaper back then to look at the want ads, as they call it, help wanted, to see where I could find a job. And it wasn't long before I found the job, so that was great. Before the month was out, I found the job, but it was I was so glad. And then we had a 2-bedroom apartment. two full bedrooms, two full bathrooms, nice size. It had and I pushed all my furniture out the door, and I let whoever wanted it in the neighborhood could have whatever they wanted of the furniture that I left when we left Ohio. And when I came here and I got the job, I had an upholstered chair made. My apartment had a fireplace, the two bedrooms, two garden tubs, which is like huge bathtubs. So my son, he had his own bathroom. He had his own garden tub. We got an apartment near one of the highest ranked private schools in the nation, and he had already been through private school all his life. And when he was 3, he went to a Jewish day nursery in University Heights in Ohio that I took him to on the bus. On the bus. Oh my gosh. In the winter, I didn't care. On the bus in the winter, whatever I needed to do to make sure my son had exposure to opulence, people who had opulence in their life, people who lived a lifestyle that seemed out of reach for so many other people. He was the only African American child in the Jewish day nursery for the 3-year-olds, and then he went to rest of the private schools. And at that point, he was in the 8th grade, and I was like, okay, I want him to go. We're moving, but I don't want to pay for private school where we're going, so it's going to have to be a high-ranked suburb with the high-ranked school. So that's how I found the apartments where the high-ranked suburb, where the school was, where I wanted him to go. So we came, and he went to Plano school systems, Plano middle schools, and Plano West High School, where he graduated, where there was a lot of the doctors and prominent opulent people have went to that school and graduated and made great lives for themselves. He went to that school, and he graduated at 17, and he signed up for the Marines. And he's been on his own ever since, because even as a child, I did homeschool him. I bought Scholastic Achievements books, and the year, like when he was in kindergarten, we did the Scholastic Achievement for 1st grade. So before he went to 1st grade, he did 1st grade at home with me. And we did that until he got to 8th grade. We went all the way up to the 8th grade with the Scholastic Achievement workbooks. And in the summer, we worked the workbooks. We just made sure we completed those workbooks through the year and summer, because I was studying. So I'm like, okay, I'm in school and studying. He'll know how to study and sit still, do these Scholastic Achievements. He had his first computer at it was 96 when I got a full computer system, and it had games. It was a Hot Wheels computer, and it had everything a child would ever, and an adult would need to use a computer. And no one in my family had a computer yet. No one on my street no one had a computer. It looked like a toy, which was great, because we had the dog when they broke in our house 3 times, and they robbed us 3 times as I was going to school as a single parent. And by the time they finished robbing us and taking stuff from us, I didn't care. I was like, God, I don't care what they do. I'm still going to stay focused and get finished with my education in this college. They can take what they want. These things that I've had since I lived in my apartment when I was 19, if they want to just, so they usually would steal the TV, stole my purse, because one day we were home and I was in the front yard watering the grass, and they snuck in the back door. I guess I didn't realize both doors was open. They snuck in the back door and took my purse off the couch. And it was a brand new Coach purse that I had purchased for myself for my birthday. Brand new. It wasn't even a week old. They was like, "No, you won't be keeping that, sister. We see you walking to wherever you going, your destination, with that purse. We taking that purse." So they went in and they took my purse, and they got utilities in my name. I had to hurry up and fight for that and get the utilities out of my name and clear my credit for that. But yeah, so the tide has gone out on me a couple times before, This is nothing new at all. This is my first time being independent when the tide went out. But as long as you're on this earth, things are going to happen that you have no control of. I guess my jobber died on me. My little earbud died. But yeah, it didn't even give me a warning. At least it didn't cut off my recording. Yep, in life, things are going to go in and come out. You just got to be ready for them. You just got to be ready for them. And I was ready. I didn't know I was ready, but I was ready. I was striving pretty hard, and I was striving unacceptably hard, and COVID didn't make it any better. No matter how I tried to get above the water, it just got worse, because I literally had several litters of Dog Day Bordeaux during that time. So I literally had hundreds of thousands, maybe over $100,000 passed through my hand, and it still didn't stop the tide. So it's not like having $50 over here, $50,000 over here, getting because it's just wild, because I had a flood in my backyard that I had to had the people dig up and put drains down, and that was about $32,000 to have the repairs done from the flood. So, and on and off work during COVID, and it was just wild. It did its thing, though. It did its thing, and I made it out in one piece, and I'm living, and I'm on the other side of it, and it feels so great. I don't want this to ever change. I don't want this to ever change. This peace and serenity, I don't want this to ever change, but I do feel this ball of energy rolling up inside of me. And it's interesting, because after the first people called and said, hey, we have these jobs for you. Are you interested? And I was like, sure, whatever. Go ahead and submit me. And then another person called. She was like, hey, we have these jobs for you. Are you interested? And I was like, sure, go ahead and submit me. So when the first one didn't go through, I called her. I was like, hey, heads up, the other place that called, that submitted me to 2 places in Arizona, it didn't work out. She was like, no worries, it's gonna work out. We're gonna get this done. Da 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 da. After she submitted me to one place somewhere in United States, I'm like, I'm not even caring enough to even care. I mean, I just don't. It's not that I don't care. It's just I'm going with the flow. Let's put it like that. And then after I talked to her, maybe an hour or two later, I had another place call me. Hey, we have these jobs over here, this, that, and the other. Do you have a fresh resume? And I said, well, no. I was like, no, I don't. But really, I did do a resume, because the resume that I was doing was more geared towards work from home, remote jobs where I can travel around still, because I don't want to be locked down at this point. Just feeling this breeze and being near this lake and thinking about traveling to Belize and to Mexico and Turks and Caicos, all the places where the Caribbean is, because I love the Caribbean. It's one of my favorite places to travel and be and hang out. I'm like, I can go there extensively. I can take a contract for 3 months and go to Belize for 3 months. I can take a contract for 3 months and go to I don't want to go to Jamaica. I did that, been there, done that, and they're a little wild for me. Go to anywhere and stay there for 3 months until I take another contract. If I take another contract, when I want to take another contract. So I'm thinking to just make sure I keep in this peaceful lifestyle. So the third company called and was like, hey, do you have a resume? And I'm like, no, because I didn't tell them, because everything was geared towards working from home. And then once I realized, I looked at some of the jobs that said work from home, and they required you to be in the United States. So I was like, I don't know why I would need to be buckled down to the United States if I'm working remotely. It's like remote jobs, you have to be in the United States. I'm like, I don't like that because I'm sure there's internet in other countries and other places and I could do the same job anywhere in the world if it's remote. So I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I said, I don't want to do that. And then I was like, well, and again, if I do a remote job, I'm going to need a specific type of access to the computer, specific type of equipment that they'll have to give me and send me in order for me to do the job. So I was like, well, that's going to be a bit much then, because I don't really want to be stationary in one place. And if I go overseas or, go someplace and set up the internet for that particular, I might not be able to get enough internet for that particular job. Also the plugs, the plugs that plug your computer in change when you go from one country to the next. They're not all the same. The light fixtures and things like that, how they screw things in and turn lights on and things like that, is not all the same as the United States. So I was like, all right, that's a lot of details that I have not considered. So she was like, do you think you can send, and the funny part is I was like, she said, do you have a resume? And I was like, no, the one that I have is kind of it's not quite rigged up right. And she was like, oh, please still send it. I just need some dates off of it. She was just determined. I just sent her what I had and it don't have anything that she need on it. So let's see what she do with it. So I'm okay with that. I'm going with the flow. Today I thought when I got up, I was like, you're going to go to the library and you're going to redo your resume. But I'm like, for what? What job? What, is it going to be a home job? And I'm like, well, that's going to shackle you down to a home, shackle you down to a rent, shackle you down to not being able to travel. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that resume. And then I was like, I didn't even consider contract like that, travel contract. But then the calls started coming, and I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe that's not so bad of an idea. So maybe tomorrow I'll go and redo my resume in a way that appealed to contract jobs. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go with the flow of how I feel. If I feel motivated and inspired to go and redo the resume, I will. But in my spirit, it's like, no. It's telling me no, that, that's not something that I have to do. Just sit tight, just sit still, continue to meditate, and continue to keep my consciousness high and my vibration high, and keep resting, relaxing, napping, coming to the lake, and doing the things I enjoy. I usually have my nails done. My toes, my hands or my feet are not done. And this is like, I can't remember not having my nails and feet done. I think my first time getting my nails done was in Ohio when I was about to leave in 2007, because that's not something that we usually do in Ohio, because it's always, if it's cold, nobody ever really had to pay attention to their toes and their fingernails that much in Ohio. It's just the culture and the way there was just not like that back then in 2007. And as I grew up, it was just never like that. I kept my nails done as a teenager. My mom's rule was strict that you at least have to have some fingernails to paint. So I kept fingernails to paint. And but as false nails and things like that, that's something that I started when I came here, because it's warm all the time. You always have sandals out. You always have sandals and your feet out all year round. You go to interviews, you have your feet out. Everything you do, your hands and your feet are out, and it's always warm. So I got in the habit of doing it. But even though I had been getting my nails done, the interesting thing about getting my nails done this last couple of times is I had weird experiences. And I'm like, you know what, maybe this is some resistance here. Maybe I need to let my fingernails rest. By the time they shave my nails down all the way down so thin, it hurts. It hurts your nerves when they keep buffing your nail down almost to the nail bed. Hurt. They were so thin, and my toenails were shaved down so thin that when I was running on a treadmill, my toenails, because all I was doing is getting gel on them. Yeah, not gel. Was I getting gel? Yeah, gel nail polish on them. The toenail cracked in the middle, and I'm like, how? I'm like, okay, I'm running on a treadmill, what have you, and maybe I think the tip of my toenail was bumping my shoe, my tennis shoe, and causing it to bend in the middle. That's probably what happened. That's probably why it cracked in the middle. But if they weren't so thin, they wouldn't have cracked. So I removed the gel from the toenails and so they can grow out and get back healthy and strong again. And of course, I took the nails off so that they can grow and get back healthy and strong again. And I'm like, you know what? With this lifestyle that I'm embracing right now, I'll probably go ahead and get something simple done to my nails when they're healthy again, to both my nails. Just get some gel and make sure they manage my natural nails and not shave them down to the nerves. I mean, they're into making them look good, but they do not care about the health of your nails. They will shave you down to your red meat. But the interesting thing is when I went back to get my toenails, the gel taken off my toenails, I told him, I said, I have to get it taken off. And he was like, you don't want your nails done over again? And I said, no, because they're too thin. He said, you'd be surprised. People come here with gangrene on their toes and trying to get their toenails done. It's like, what? I was like, he was like, no, they come in here with very unhealthy nails, gangrene on their feet. They have gangrene. He just kept saying gangrene, gangrene. I was like, dang. People are vain to the point where they're getting their nails done and they're rotting. Their toes and feet is rotting from poor health. I was like, this is crazy. This is insane. I was like, no way. So I'm on the mend. Completely, inside and out, my heart, my soul, my spirit, my body. I'm on OMAD. I'm doing 1 meal a day because it works with me. I hate always thinking about what to eat, what's gonna eat, what I'm gonna eat, what I'm gonna eat. I hate it. I hate with a capital H, and I hate that's a low vibration, no emotion and feeling. But okay, let me change it. Let me change it to something more nice and positive. I like OMAD, eating only 1 meal a day at about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evenings, because in the morning I'm meditating, I'm praying, and it became a thing. It's just, I've been doing this for, I don't know how long I've been doing it, but it just works. Because when I'm praying and I'm researching, because I'll get into deep research, something will come up, whether it's something related to health or maintaining my health or just whatever inspired me that day. I'll go into deep research. If I'm, before work, because usually I can set my own schedule, time to go in to work. I'll do my workout, take a nap, which that's the lifestyle I'm still going to do. I'll go be at the gym at 5 o'clock, work out from 5 to 6, take a shower, soak in the tub with some Epsom salt, because I really like lifting weights and pushing myself. So I would work out real good, soak in some Epsom salt, get back in the bed, and sleep from like 7 to 11 o'clock. Get back up, get my face together, and I would eat because, I would eat after the workout because I would have something high protein, because I just had this hard workout, and maybe some bananas and strawberries or some type of protein shake or something before I before I take my Epsom salt soak and then go back to bed. So I'll do that. So when I would wake up, I had already had the protein shake, and I would take a walk, take my dogs for a walk, and get in my car and work for the rest of the day from like 12 to 6, and come on back home and have something to eat. So I was really like down to like 3 meals if you want to consider the shake. But I was down to 2 meals. I don't like to think about what I'm gonna eat, and I used to do a serious food prep on the weekends of whatever it is I'm eating through the week, because I never really like to pay attention to what I'm eating. I'm never obsessed about what's for breakfast, what's for snack, what's for lunch. I just give me a nice steak, sweet potato, some green beans, and I'm good. That's it. That's like something I can have every day. Or um, even I'll have like to have breakfast at dinner. I'll have like 4 eggs over easy, or sunny side, no, not sunny side up. That's the raw egg. Over easy and grits. I know I love eggs and grits. I don't know what it is about eggs and grits. I mix my eggs and grits together, and that's just like the best thing. It's just sliced bread. I don't eat a lot of bread. I don't eat a lot of processed food, but usually just vegetable and the meat. Give me a vegetable and a meat at dinner time, and I'm good. Give me a protein shake after my workout, and I'm good. And that's pretty much the lifestyle that I'm coming back to, and I'm excited about it. I hadn't thought about it in a while, but this energy in me is like restart energy. It's time for things to shift. And I've laid low a long time. I mean, what is 2020 when COVID hit, and the swing, it was just like a swing back and forth, and then went and yeah, and then it's been low for a while, because it's interesting. Next month will be a year that I have not lived in my house, and it's just that fast. I didn't miss anything, and the weeks and months and things is going by so fast. I have not missed anything. I haven't missed anything, and time is just flying. I literally believe I'm living outside of time right now. I'm living outside of time because I can't keep up with time. I have to literally check my phone to see what day it is, and see what time it is. And I've had so many, every time I look at the phone, it's 2:22, 5:55, 11:11. So it's like, okay, I'm getting all it. Every day I look at the time I look at the phone is double digits. So I'm like, okay. And then the last thing that I got was 777. I was like, okay, maybe this mission is complete, because 7 is the number of completion, and I hope, I'm like, okay, this is a lot of sevens, which is coincidentally my birthday is July, and I was born in 1970. I'll be 56 this year, and I was born at 7:07 a.m. in the morning. My address was 10707 Lee Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. My social security number has 2 sevens in it. So there's a lot of sevens in my life. A lot of sevens. So yeah, I'm excited about what's to come. Man, this breeze, it's about 80. But 80 in Texas with the sun, without the sun, feels like probably 70 in most places. So it's really nice. My doggy went for a swim with the ducks, and we watched the sunset. And yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to whatever this energy is, just moving up my body. I don't know. Maybe some of you know what this is. I don't know what it is. All I can describe is just I've had it before, but this is major. It was the same thing before I moved to Texas. It was this major energy. Did I have that energy when I moved out of my apartment after 5 years with my son? No, I was just on a mission. I don't recall that. I just know that I needed to save money and stop paying for the apartment because, one, I had my son, and I needed to sacrifice to make sure he had everything he needed, and that didn't include from me being in an apartment. So I went to, actually, the house that I went into was low income. It was a low income house, and it had an attic, which me and my son, we had but 2 bedrooms in the attic, and it had 2 rooms down on the first floor, which was a computer room, and he had his own playroom with all his toys and things in it. It was nice. It was nice and big. Had a basement. We had a washer and dryer. We had the benefit of living in Ohio. They have all kinds of programs. So we had a free refrigerator. We had a stove already in there. We had a free refrigerator. The kitchen was so huge that I had a treadmill in it. And I had a salon dryer because my first degree, or my first certificate, was a cosmetologist. I went to cosmetology school and graduated and did hair on the side. As I went to college, I was doing people's hair in my kitchen. Did my mom's hair, my sister's hair, and I did some facials. I laid people across my couch and put hot towels on their face and did facials. Honey, I did whatever I needed to do to provide for me and my son while I was in college, because a lot of times, and then I did a college program where you work off your grant and they pay you a little bit of money. And I worked in the nursing department at the community college most of the time that I was there. Several years I worked in the community college in the nursing department, so I got to know all the nursing professors and help them to get the things that they need to set up for their practicum and their tests and things of that sort. So I've always been around opulent people, professionally in school and things like that. So opulence must be in my blood, because I can shop for some diamonds, and I can pick the best of diamonds and the best of jewelry just looking at it by eyesight. So I know God gave me that skill for a reason. Not that I'm going to be out there buying all the jewelry and the Rolexes, but I will be having my fair share of nice things eventually, which I still do. I have diamond ring that I got when I graduated LVN school in 2000 something. And then when I graduated RN school, what did I do? Oh, I bought a new car off the showroom floor. And it's so interesting because it's just crazy how life is. It's crazy. It's so interesting. I've had 5 Volkswagens. And I lived a life. Now I have a paid-for Nissan Rogue. And it's so convenient for my dog and me. It's so convenient. She fits in it perfectly, comfortably. She could be in the back. She liked to be in the back seat near me. She can also go in the way back and fit back there comfortably too. I had it set up where she could sit back there, and I had ordered bedding and stuff like that to make it comfortable for her. But she liked to be next to her mama, so that's that. My dog is 5 years old. Her dad is a champion show dog named Teddy. She's 5, so I won't be breeding her anymore. It's not something that you do to breed a Dog Day Bordeaux after 5 years old. And she's my last one. I don't think I'm gonna breed again because I want to move around. I don't want anything to lock me down at this stage in my life. So she'll be my last dog probably. I don't mind boarding her. I board her when I go home to visit or family reunions or what have you. It's not that expensive. And the boarding place that I take her to love her. They'll do anything to have Miss Cinnabon come and visit them. They love her. So that's no problem, no issue. Until she passes away, I have a replicable boarder that I can take her to when I do move around. But actually, the places that called me today, I let them know, yeah, I do have a emotional support dog, that will be traveling with me. They're like, oh yeah, that's okay, we'll do this. We'll find you. They'll find me housing, whatever, and I have my paperwork, her emotional support paperwork, and her shots and vaccines and stuff like that. So wherever we go, we're covered. But she's brachiocephalic, meaning her face is pushed in, so she can't fly. So wherever I go, I'm needed to be close. So we're gonna drive wherever it is, because she can't get on the plane, or else she can have breathing complications and it'll take her life. So we will be driving, or we can do train. We could do other means of transportation to travel wherever they want me to go, and they'll figure it out. They have everything figured out. I don't have to do anything but pack a bag for make sure my dog has what she want, and hit the road. So I'm excited. We'll see how it turns out. Only God knows. And I'm leaning 100% on him and whatever he wants for my life. So for a long time, it's just going to be me putting money in my investment portfolios and savings, and resetting up my charity. I had a charity that I was sending money to that teach people to learn foreign languages so they can go over to other countries and be missionaries and teach the Bible to people in desolate places that don't have access to biblical scripture and maybe not exposure to Jesus. But at this point, I believe everybody across every four corners of the earth probably know about God. You know, they may not know him as God or call him God, but they know a higher power exists, and they probably already have their rituals and things that they do to honor him. So reset up my charities, reset up my auto drafts to my investment portfolios, Roth IRA, 401k, and all the jobs that I talked to today have 401ks with matching. So I'll be setting up accounts with them, and Blue Cross Blue Shield health insurance. That was a thing that I needed, health insurance. So actually, I think the one that I didn't get, that declined me, had the Blue Cross Blue Shield. So something else will come up. It's all up to God. It's not up to me. So I'm excited about what he has planned for me in Cinnabon. And I'm just going to go with the flow and rest and continue to come to the lake. They're over there playing volleyball. Let me see if I can turn this camera around. So they play volleyball every day till like 12 o'clock a.m. And I should be over there playing too. That would be so cool. But I'm focused right now. I don't know. I should check into it and find out. That would be that would be fun, actually. So anyway, it's almost an hour and I've talked you guys' ears off. I can't wait to get my hair done. I want some knotless box braids halfway down my back, because I think that's going to be the best and easiest way to protect my natural hair until I want to get into the more loose styles. Or I have all kinds of plans for my hair, decorative styles for my hair. Can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get my glow up going. I can't wait. I'm excited. I've lost 10 pounds and I really want to lose more, but like I'm praying on that too. I'm doing my 1 meal a day, and I don't really have a lot of calories, but that doesn't mean anything when you're over 40 years old, a female over 40, and your hormones are doing whatever they're doing. You can starve yourself, and if your body decide not to release any weight, it just won't release it. It won't release. I eat maybe about 800 to 1,000 calories a day. I try to hit 1,200, but a lot of times I don't hit 1,200, and I'm still not losing any weight, and I'm still not hungry because I don't eat a lot of sugar, for one. Oh my gosh, today I had Tiff's treats. I had cookies, and I had a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. Actually, they gave me 2 chicken sandwiches, and I could only eat one, so I had to, I gave one to my dog, so, but I did have 3 cookies. 3 cookies so that was probably more than 1,200 calories. Three small cookies from Tiff Streets, and a regular plain chicken sandwich, not a club, from Chick-fil-A, and water. Just 2 to 3 liters of water a day, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. And it's so peaceful, it's so serene not to have your stomach always constantly growling and jerking around and just pulsating and distracting you. And it's just a different lifestyle, and I'm embracing it completely, fully, and I don't plan on changing any of it. If I can't rest and relax and recover and hang out at the lakes and enjoy my time on this earth, I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be bothered with it. So anyway, it'll be nice for you guys to see my glow up. I'm wondering if I'll keep these videos. I deleted a lot of videos before I posted what I have on my page, from when the beginning of things start to rumble and go wild. But I don't know. Well, you guys have me now, and it'll be nice to see how things go with this page. I'm going to continue to try to post so people can see the before and after. A lot of people are going through different changes, and as you age in life, you're going to go through different changes. Women are going to go through perimenopause, menopause, and all the works. And my page I'm here for it. I'm existing in this world, and I'm sharing my experience. So I hope you all are healthy, and hope you all are having a wonderful evening. Talk to you again soon. This is my update for June 2026. Thank you. Bye.